Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tosa, and welcome back to the Queen Tosa Show. Tonight on the agenda, we have terrible case of breaking news. You all, there has been breaking news of Ray J. Yes. Listen, prayers up to his family, to his friends, and to the loved ones. Listen, prayers. Okay. Audio. Okay, audio is audioing. Let's get into it. Breaking news: Wendy Williams, Ray J in facility on watch. The secrets: P. Diddy not going down alone. Listen here, we're live in the field and we're here to just present to you, what's going on in the streets. And we want to say trigger warning. And so before we get into it, you already know we have to touch down in Queen City. Let's go. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me go out and come right back. All right, we are back. Hopefully, the sound is better than ever. Thank you all for being so patient with Queen Tulsa. Now, as we all know, Ray J has been in a little tizzy at the BET Awards. I didn't cover it, but that's word on the curb, right? Well, it's given, he had got into an altercation with Lemuel, the guy from what's his name? I was gonna say Love and Hip Hop, not Love and Hip Hop, but Zeus Network. From Zeus Network. And it is really, 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 really taking an effect on him, it seems like, because there are so many secrets. He said that he, would give up the secrets on his, on that bed, the last day of, eternity on earth. We have Jaguar Wright on the thumbnail. We have Kanye West on the thumbnail. We have P. Diddy on the thumbnail. We also have Homeboy, what's his name? Ray J and Miss Wendy Williams. The reason why we have them two up there is because remember, Ray J is an alleged runner boy. That's the reason why he's up there. And if we know anything about Ray J and Whitney Houston was in California on her last days. The late Miss Whitney Houston. She wasn't married before she went to glory. But Ray J has been known to be a runner boy. Okay, let's get into it. It feels to me that this is a replay of Whitney Houston. Stunner Girl from the Lemuel Network, Zeus, had come out and said, well, Ray J, why don't you tell us what happened with Wendy Williams? Ever since she got with you, look where she is now. Well, here's a statement from here's a statement from TMZ. No, is this TMZ? Yeah, this is TMZ. Is it Ray J says, I'm the S word, rants about dirty money after BET Awards fight. This was published on July 1st, 2024, 10:42 a.m. Pacific time. Ray J says it's all becoming too much for him to take on the heels of nearly getting into a street brawl at a BET Awards after party. He says he's the S word. You know what that word means. Ray poured out his emotions with an alarming social media post in which he references a dispute that went on backstage at Sunday night's BET Awards at the Peacock Theater in downtown LA. He says, the ish that is happening is mind blowing. It's making me the S word and uncomfortable with the perception of reality. Okay. Then it all went bad. First at BET and then later on too. I'm really at a breaking point. To provide for my family and have generational wealth was always the plan, but money is evil and people are bad and I can't take it anymore. But right there in his statement, I want to know what he can't take anymore. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Let's continue reading. These chain of reactions are stemming from being locked in a false reality, confused about this whole life. The ish that happened tonight to me at the awards today was hurtful. I'm working backstage and then I go to take a break in the back and BET wouldn't let me back in for some reason. I don't know who they didn't want me to see. It was weird. Anyway, I left and went back to silence my frustrations, flashing back to my everyday thought of my life. The truth that's given is a lie. I'm on my way out of the country. The ish that is happening is mind blowing. It's making me the S word and uncomfortable with the perception of reality. They paid me to shut up and I did. I feel bad and I hate myself for it. I don't want any more of your dirty money. What dirty money? Whose dirty money? Put a name on it. Put a name on it. Whose dirty money are we talking about, Ray J? Because the dirty money that I know is P. Diddy and a lot of his artists are very upset at the way that he handled them as individuals. See, there is a saying, what goes around comes around. But let's get back into his statement. And before or right after I unalive and the world can move on without what is real for me. No matter the consequences I have to face on the other side, I tried to do it for real last time. I'm sorry to myself and I'm sister, sorry Brian. I will make it right. I won't let them get away with it. I told the people close to me that I felt like something is about to happen. F, I said it. So apparently he's going through a moment where he feels like, the higher ups, the machine is after him. Okay. Now listen here. Let's be honest. Let's be true. Hi, Wadi11. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by, my love. Jaguar Wright has been, screaming it from the rooftop, the industry and just how things are going and how the diddler has been diddling around the town and giving false hope. And, you know, it's a lot, you all. And now this man is at his wits' ends because Lemuel Plummer, who is over at the Zeus Network, he stepped to him. And he didn't step to him alone. He had his security with him. And listen here, we don't promote any of that over here. Hello, Desi Love. How are you doing, my love? Thank you for coming by. Make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, and listen here. Let me tell you something. I knew in my heart and in my soul that it was something going on when Ray J decided to go ahead and get his own network. It's called something triplex or whatever it is. No, 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 no. Get out of here. Out. My puppies are trying to come in. But anyhow, it really dawned on me that it was something going on when they had gave him that big network, right? Because at first he was working on what is it? On the Zeus network. And then now all of a sudden, he's been branched out and he's done his own thing. And guess what? They gave him his own network. So now you have to think of it like this with this industry, even like with Tupac and Biggie, I feel like it's a replay all over again, just in modern day, because we have social media, things, instead of, people might talk in like little groups and stuff, but now they have it to where they're able to post it on social media. But then when we talk about mental health is never nothing to play with. Mental health is never nothing to play with. And, from what I saw, Ray J was saying that, he was going to have a party. So I don't know, was this a stunt? Was this, okay, he said what he said and, somebody, gave him the okay or something. I don't know. What do you guys think is going on with Ray J? Hold on. Okay, so I just put a poll up in there so you all can kind of take the poll with me. But let me see. We're sharing from both channels. So we're on Next Case with Queen Tulsa and we're on Queen Tulsa, the main channel. So I did put up a poll. What do you guys think? Let me see in the comments. Hey, let me bring up the comments. Who? All right, hello, Desi. Desi loves, that's interesting. This is for adult audiences only, must be 18 plus to hang at the Butterfly Lounge. Welcome to Queen City, the Butterfly Lounge. Please subscribe, share, and like. Thank you for your support. And sad. Yeah, it's very sad. I feel like it's very sad too. I mean, it's just these young people are just throwing their lives away. But Ray J is not a youngin. He knows way better than this. He knows better than this. I mean, from the Kim Kardashian scandal and all that, you would think that he would have learned his lesson from the industry. There are no friends in the industry, you know, to be honest, because everybody is working, everybody is looking for that job, and everybody is business relationships, business friends. Business, business, business. I'm doing great. Oh, amazing. I love you so much. 111 says, I'm doing great. Norris Tony says, Ray J sold his soul to the entertainment industry a long time ago. You know what? He sure did. He sure did. And you know what? He got tired of being Brandy's little brother because we only knew Brandy, right? We saw her on Moesha, and then, we saw her other places, and then they got Moesha. And then, of course, they gave him a role on there. And once they put him in front of the lights, camera, action, baby, he couldn't let it go. If Ray J could, he would have taken Brandy's spot. If it was calling for it, he would have been on there singing Monica's part, "The Boy Is Mine." Can we be real? Can we be honest? Let's not act like we don't know that they all hang around Clive Davis, okay? And every now and again, you know, there's payday. Every now and again, there is a payday. And y'all know what payday mean. Y'all know how they paying. Stop acting like y'all don't know how they paying. How y'all think they paying? For them to zoop on up, like swoop up in their in the industry, you know, to be honest, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. The guys are sought out more than the women. See, it's a thing called buck breaking. It's a such thing called as buck breaking. And to do it to a black man, you know, because it's like, you got to feed your family. You want to ball out, you know. And then, of course, what does that come with? Then you got the rock and roll lifestyle, the party lifestyle. That's just like, you let's say you start off at weed and then you start elevating up and elevating up and elevating up because you're in a different type of tax bracket, you know? You have different type of people you're going to meet when you're in that industry. You're going to meet all types of people. And those people are going to be in different spaces and different times in their life, right? Because let's just say this, 10 years ago, we not thinking how we was thinking 10 years ago. Well, I hope not. 111 says, Norris Tony, yes, he did. 111 says, hey, does he love? Norris Tony says Zeus is a trash network that condones and promotes violence. Absolutely. It's nothing positive over there. There's nothing positive over there. Even when Ray J was on there and he was giving his spiel or whatever the case may be with him and Princess and just even how that whole situation went down. Remember he had left allegedly he had left Princess left her stranded or something like one of them was stranded. And she had that baby or she was pregnant with the baby. I'm not really sure. Uh 21. Okay. Daisy says hello. 111 says, not sure, but he was around Whitney the night she passed. He probably still has some issues from back then. And that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. But listen here, I'm glad you said that because not only Whitney, we got to think about Wendy Williams as well. You know, Wendy Williams, you can see him. He's got that red bubble jacket on, and Wendy got her. Miss Wendy Williams got her white purse with the pink star, and he's out there arm on hand. What does it look like? It looks like he's runner boy. Not sure the industry is a beast though. You said okay. Listen here, we got to explore all options because I want to know. You said, where's the poll? The poll is on Queen Tulsa. Oh, okay. Here's this lady calling about the dog. Hold on, y'all. Hello.
Hey, Center.
Hey, Ray. How are you?
I'm sorry. I just got out. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're okay, girl. I'm up.
So I'm gonna come live and just like make it out. I can tell you the truth that I can't take him tonight. I want to get him a bed and stuff. I'm not prepared yet. I don't have job dishes or anything.
Okay. Well, listen here.
Okay?
You said what now?
I was wondering if I could just stop by and meet him and everything, and I can pay you the rehoming fee, but if I could just pick him up from you tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I believe he is in the house. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see if he's out here. Miles? Yeah, I think he's in the house sleeping. Do you want to come by tomorrow? Yeah, yeah. Let's let him get a good night's sleep. Okay, either way, you're fine. You just call me like you did, and I'll just make sure I have them ready tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, you have a great night on purpose, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, babe. Bye bye. All right, sorry about that. I'm rehoming my puppies. Where's the poll? It's on Queen Tulsa. Let me see the main channel. And let me drop our main channel because I believe some people are in here on next case with Queen Tulsa. We're on the main page. Here, let me drop the link in here in the chat because I want everybody to get a piece, get a piece, get a piece, get a piece of this content. Okay, here, let me drop it in the chat. Okay, I dropped it in the chat. Let's see. So the poll says, and actually, if you're not able to type it, I mean, if you're not able to see the poll, I'll read the poll off to you, and you can just type your answer in the chat. Okay, so it says, do you think Ray J, A, took Whitney out, B, took Wendy out, C, Runner Boy, or D, Self Gain? Love you more, sister. Love you. He's Wani said he's been around a long time. He knows a lot about a lot of people. Exactly. And listen here, when Brandy, when she was going to those parties and stuff, don't think that she wasn't coming back and he'd be like, what's going on or what happened? And it's some stuff she probably told him, and then it's probably some stuff she didn't. And then think about this. As he was getting older and the things that he was going to experience, did she warn him about certain things? YouTube Academia says, hello, how are you? I believe Brady knew, but she didn't partake. That's why her career stalled. Meanwhile, Ray J been working. Oh, working that tush. Listen here, baby. Throwing it in a circle. Wasn't it? Listen, the way he skyrocketed, you know what? I kind of almost forgot about Brandy. you know and Brandy probably was like, okay, you gonna do that. Well, I've been taking care of us since the beginning of times. Get on out there. You want to do the butt, go ahead and do it. Allegedly. Trigger warning, allegedly, in this fair use commentary. Okay. Norris Tony says Ray J is a disgrace to the Norwood family. Oh, I know that's right, as he should. Bringing all that mess and starting all that mess up in that family, messing up the legacy. Tell me, he wanted to leave a legacy. Listen here, when he got with Kim Kardashian and they did what they did, and Chris was like, y'all gonna take another. No, we gotta do this again. Let's take set. Everybody get on set. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Listen here. When you talk about quiet on the set, was Chris aware of Nickelodeon? Because I don't think I've ever seen the Kardashian girls on Nickelodeon. What y'all think? When one says yes, he is. I know Sonya is on edge. Absolutely, Miss Sonya. And listen here, y'all already know how Miss Sonya is. Miss Norwood, she likes to keep things under wraps, but she's about her money. She's about the legacy. We don't even really see her out like that. But remember back in the day when Kim Kardashian took her credit card and stole that money. So not only was it the tape, it was the thievery for me. Taking those credit cards and making those purchases. Y'all remember that? See, listen here. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know? Let's talk about it. Allegedly. Congratulations, Miles, on your new home. Yes. My baby's gonna be rehomed into a lovely, lovely woman. Lovely family. All right, everybody saying hello. Norris Tony says Kim K also sold her soul to the entertainment industry. And let's talk about that, y'all. Let's talk about it. Okay, so she sold herself to the industry. Any of the men that's been with that family, where are they now? Where are they now? You know, where are they now? All those men, even with what's his name? Lamar Odom, Miss Wendy Williams would say Lammy, Lammy, him, Scott Diskett, who else? You got remember back in the day, Reggie Ball or Reggie, not Reggie Ball, Reggie, whatever his name was. And then you had Chris Conker or whatever his name was. They didn't last long. Listen here, it seems like if we want to talk about somebody really being the feds or somebody really got connections with the higher ups, when Chris has the pull that she has, you got to scratch your head and say, "Huh, what's going on up in here?" You know, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Norris Tony says the Kardashians got famous off Kim's back, literally, and off of Ray J. They didn't have to do it just one time. They did it twice. Ray J said, whatever, Miss Chris, do it again. Do it again. I mean, you know what? And it's like Chris is like the Diddy. You know how Diddy was back in the day in people's videos and stuff? That's how he was. That's how he was. He wanted to be in the mix so bad. Oh, it was Reggie Bush, right? Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush is the one that was that he had. Okay, he had married her. Uh-huh. A lookalike. Right. Thank you. This is okay. Thank you for helping me out because listen here. Reggie Bush did that, and who else did that? Who else was doing that? Kanye West also did that. That's why he's here. And look, they wanted to call him crazy. And remember, they had, the doctor was threatening to put him into a situation. And now Ray J, what are they going to say? Oh, he's losing his mind. He's losing his mind. That's their favorite storyline. That's their favorite storyline. So that's why it's so important. And I feel like that's why Candy Burris always mentions, I don't drink and I don't do drugs because they can never say that that's what she went out for. You know what I'm saying? She's publicly said it. But a lot of these people in the industry, that may be their reputation. And then that's what they go off of, allegedly. Or that be how they set the plate up, allegedly. KKK, Kim, Courtney, and Chloe. Get into it. Chris. Norris Tony says Chris pimped out her daughters at a young age. Listen here. Listen, pimping. You think, listen, but there is no backlash. There's no backlash. There's no backlash for that. Everybody is just, they want to look over it. But that's why I say some people, they have those connections with those higher ups. You know, they're doing, I feel like it's not really population control, but it's something trying to control the image of black men, you know? And these black men, they feel like, oh, well, let me go on over here and and oh, things are going to be so right. No, baby, you got to get things within yourself together before you can be ready for somebody else. Because as we can see, Kim is a single woman. She's a single white woman. Okay, let's talk about it. If I had one wish, that, listen here, that right there. Okay, I wanted to, I'm glad you brought that up. If I had one wish, give me 1 second. Right. Sure. Yes. Oh my God. Did they swipe that video? Oh my goodness. There was a video with him, and he was in a room with a full of guys, and he was on that computer. I mean, he was on his on the piano, and he was singing One Wish, and there was a lot of guys around him. They may have wiped that video. Let me see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, y'all. Look, look, listen here. The zesty boys. Listen here. Get into it. 111 says, did her daughters ever go to Epstein Island? Oh, now that's the question because remember they had island boys out there on Epstein Island. North Tony says the Kardashians have white privilege. Absolutely. And that's why she's a white single woman, you know, and she's getting that bank. You know, with black women, they have to fight for that. Child, they hand over that coin to them white women out there. You know, when it comes to those celebs, you know, when it comes to court and stuff, Wani11 says, Norris, I don't think it's white privilege. I think it's hoes of Hollywood privilege. Oh, that too. Listen here, that too. That too. We can't discard that because it goes back to the fact of grooming them at that young age. YouTube Academia says whatever they gave to Orlando Brown, they gave to Wendy. Oh my goodness. Y'all, let's keep Miss Wendy Williams lifted up in prayer and her family and her best friend. Listen here, my heart really aches for her best friend. I mean, I know her sisters, you know, family and stuff, but best friend, baby, it hits different, you know, because that's who hold all your secrets. That's who you know, you gossip, you know, you give the tea to, and you know that tea isn't going nowhere. I feel like they was giving them mind altering drugs the whole time. Like how we haven't really heard from Brittany, just see her dancing. Absolutely, and twirling in a circle. Seriously, and twirling in a circle. How do we know that's her? You know, they have to make these celebs look crazy. Absolutely, they have to. And that, listen here, that's why I said earlier, Candy Burris, you know, she always makes a statement of, you know, she don't drink, she don't do drugs. She always makes that statement. I agree, Wani One Norris Tony says. Wani One says Chloe is still up in the air. She might be a cousin. Listen here. From the looks of it, Chloe is one of us, y'all. Chloe is she's one of us. She's you know, I feel like she's a mixed breed of Black American and white. She's mixed. I have a mixed sister and brother. And my sister, you know, she she could pass either way. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Norris Tony says Kim K is full of plastic, not fantastic. You know what? You know what? That girl and her body. And see, this is the thing. They back in the day, Miss Sarah Bartman, she had the big round butt, and the hips and stuff, and she was walked around undressed, and they were treating her like she was, an animal at the zoo. And people would come and to pay her, and she would be unclothed. See, black is art. And they tried to destroy her. And see what they meant for bad back then. Women are going out and hopping on tables to get that look. You know what I'm saying? Even like with the long nails and stuff like that, that was considered ghetto and too black. You can't stop people from getting those long nails looking like Edward Scissors hands. 111 says, I believe that's why she chose to have kids by a black man. Well, it's to extend it is to extend their legacy, you know? It's to extend their legacy. They needed some melanin. 111 has hand over mouth, honey. 111 says they have tried so hard to look like someone else, but their kids are gonna be like, who are these people when looking at family albums? Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is the thing. We have to be mindful about this whole industry, right? I want to get into this video right here. This is Ray J at Floyd Mayweather's house, right? He's over at Floyd Mayweather's house, and he's at the piano, and it's just a whole zest fest. Let me take this down. Oh, okay, let me take this down. Y'all give me 1 second. I need to reverse the camera so it can be down. Okay. Camera. All right. There we go. All right, let me take this thumbnail down and we can all watch this video. Oh, I gotta get myself up there. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so this right here. Oh, okay. So y'all see him? That's Floyd Mayweather. Go back to my boy Ray J 24/7. Coming to you live, got a serious concert that we got to attend to. Concert in my living room. That's how we do. 24/7. And that long time for life. Just if you feeling lonely, this is a guy full of rooms, and guess who's right next to him, giving the speech. Here, let me pull this up. Okay, guess who's right there saying, "If you feeling lonely, giving a speech, baby." Hold on, let's get into this. We trade the Billy Super Sport and we give that, and we take the Rolls Royce. So now we got add a few more to the collection. Go back to my boy Ray J 24/7. Coming to you live in a serious concert. And we got to attend to the concert in my living room. That's how we do. Look, he got money. Look. No, get into this. This is the money. Y'all see that money right there? This is Floyd Mayweather. Get, okay, so he's got the money. His homeboy got the money. Y'all see the money right there? Remember in Ray J's his statement on feeling like he gonna take himself out, and he's saying the money. He took the money. He took the money. Look at him back there. You're like, oh, he back there thinking. He don't really know. Ray J is looking at that money. See, they dangle that money right there in front of you. Got all the fellas up in here to my some if you feeling lonely. Rolls Royce. So now we got add a few more to the collection. Go back to my boy money. Money. Look at him. Ray J look like, oh, what I get myself into. That's that what I get myself into look. Get into it, y'all. Get into it. That's that what I get myself into look, right? The hand on the hip. What I get myself into. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's go, y'all. Look at Floyd Mayweather. He right there. He ready. He like what that mouth do. He got that look like what that mouth do. You know, is that Diddy back there? Is that Diddy back there? Let's get into it, y'all. He got that pinky out. Look, he said, if you going through some hard times in your life, just sit back and relax. Just relax. Girl, get into this photo. I mean, get into this video. He's really trying to prove himself. Listen here. Ray J can't sing. Let's just call it for what it is. He can't sing. That studio helps him out a lot. And we saw that he couldn't sing when he decided to bring his child out there on stage and decide to sing the same song, One Wish. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, y'all. One Wish. What wish was that? What wish was that? Let me know. I mean, seriously, let me know. What wish was it? What did you wish for? Did it come true? Did it come true? YouTube Academia says, and now Ray J has a reality show exploiting the girls. Absolutely. He's working with trans girls. He got a show on there. And this is my thing. All it is about violence. Who's going to take somebody's head off first? Yeah, at the versus battle. Yes. Let me drink some of my Kool-Aid. Hold on. Ray J sounded horrible at the versus battle. Absolutely. He could have kept that performance at home. I could have passed on it. You know, because looking at his throwbacks, you know, it's like Ray J has always been that clout chaser. Like, dude, just I respected him when he just got those scooters. Just do your scooter business. You claim that you were so hurt and you were backdoored, literally, but you decide to perpetuate the narrative of what so many of our leaders from the past try to give us better. And the only thing y'all can do is say, nope, no justice. We don't want no peace. And it is what it is. And I do believe that maybe you can't sleep. Is Whitney Houston, rest in peace, is Whitney Houston bothering you at night? Is she paying you a visit? You are known in the streets to be a runner boy. And we've got questions. What were you doing with Miss Wendy Williams? You were hanging out with Miss Whitney Houston. They were both in LA. Let's talk about it. Where's Miss Wendy Williams? Let's get into this interview right quick. Wani Woman says he sounded like he was drunk at karaoke. Oh yes. I'm just waiting for the phone to ring. I said she was going to be calling. You were probably like, "So I know what you're saying." How's the volume? Is it good, y'all? Calm down. There's some things that it's just better that we just talk on the phone. All right, I hope you're ready with whatever kind. You just have to be ready with it. If you leave the room on talking with me, we're gonna have to fight. Okay. With your finger on the pulse of the cursor. Sound check, sound check. We need Ray J to play Truth or Dare. One says, absolutely. We need him to play something. Okay, you said sound is muffled. Okay. I'm just gonna have to share this video on our community tab. I'll put this video on our community tab because it does get like a little staticky as we are in there. So let me go ahead and do that right now so I don't forget. But that interview right there is with Miss Wendy Williams and what's her name? Whitney Miss Wendy Williams and Whitney Houston. As we are in there, so let me go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so give me one second. Actually, let me put this in the chat. So this is the when y'all get a chance, you can always go and listen. I'll put it in the chat. That's what I'll do. So I'll put it in from that page, and then let me go over here to this page, and then I'll put it in. Okay, so I'll put it in from both. All right, so that's gonna be the link to the video that I was playing with Miss Wendy Williams and Whitney Houston. Okay, so there's a video link. There's a link. Okay. So let me move on to my next piece of evidence. My next piece of evidence is Miss Wendy Williams always having the tea, always I mean, this is one thing that I want to get to Miss Wendy Williams. She's always given us the truth, whether it was something that we liked or not. Okay. So whether if it was something that we liked or not, let's get into this because this part right here is very relevant. Because I've never met Whitney. I have never met her. I saw him talk like that. Well, that's what I do. Look, I've only seen her in sound check, sound check. What are we giving? Concert once, and that was at the Beacon Theater in Boston when I was a burgeoning radio star in college radio, and she was in that concert with Jermaine. And then I've only talked to her once, and that was on the radio. And that was that interview. Okay. So the interview that I was telling you about, that's the link that I just still muffled. Okay, let me go out and then come back in. All right. All right. We are back. We are back. Let me see. Let's do a sound check. Let's see how we are sounding. Okay. Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? All right. Let's go. Well, so Robin Crawford. I heard that interview. I got a call from my former assistant. I wasn't working with Whitney. And she said, Whitney's going to be on Wendy Williams. I said, what do you mean she's going to be on Wendy? So they turn on the radio. And that was a cumulative setup Whitney Houston that I heard. And it was me, you're fed up with the world. You have been talking about Whitney and myself for so long. Well, that's what I do. And it all came true. It's in the book. Like a lot of things I said are in this book. Now, a lot of things that you boom. A lot of things that Miss Wendy Williams said apparently came out in Miss Robin's book. Now, if you all don't know who Miss Robin is, um, Robin Crawford was linked to Whitney Houston. That was her girlfriend. You know, when Miss Whitney Houston had a girlfriend, her name was Robin Crawford. And they had this big romance. And, eventually Robin Crawford and Whitney Houston's romance is what she was speaking about. Their romance. And as you heard, Robin said, we were so frustrated because you know, you were acting like you knew us and you knew Whitney. But she says, I was given the facts. That's why they're in your book. So a lot of people, they didn't want to credit Miss Wendy Williams. Like I said, right, wrong, or indifferent. She is definitely going to be the all-star when it comes to media, from her being a female jock shock. And that's why we're able to come here and do what we're doing. How you do it. Okay. Absolutely. 111 says, I remember hearing about that. Absolutely. But you have to look at this. Before Miss Wendy Williams went and just vanished, we got to look at all the key players. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or whatever we want to call him. There are handlers in this business. Do y'all think that that guy that was Miss Wendy Williams' manager, do you think that he had any type of connections or affiliations with Puff Daddy? I feel like he does. And now, remember August Alsina? He went to rehab. I don't know what's going on in California, but listen here. You got to stay prayed up and you got to stay sane. Go get the help that you need so you don't be out here bleeding on other people. And listen here, please bring our Wendy back. This concludes our broadcast. I want to thank you all so much for coming out to visit with us. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And always remember.
In November, a black Porsche drove in my driveway to do a K-turn. It slowed down. It just so happens I was home. And I was at a particular window where I could see. It was a woman who was with a burgeoning belly. And I could see that because the way our house is pitched, it's on a little bit of a hill. And this person, her, was taking pictures of our home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then she backs out. She reverses the car to go back to where she came from. At that point, I can't believe what my life is about to turn into. I'm like screaming like a raving lunatic. And what would you do? What would you do? There was nobody for me to call for a second opinion. There was nobody to call. Girls need love, yeah. Girls need love, it takes something. Girls need love, girls need love, girls need love. Girls need love, so what's a girl to do? She needs love, girls need love. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say yeah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say yeah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Oh nah. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have you breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you can't buy. I can get it to you right, baby. I wanna be in LA. I can be real. some love.